All right, mathematicians, here we go. Yesterday, we talked about fractions being a part of a whole. And we talked about how when we divide a shape or an area into fractions, each of the parts has to be equal. We also learned that one of those parts is called a unit fraction. So for instance, if I had a fraction or a shape that was divided into 4 parts, one of those parts would be considered 1/4. So the unit fraction would be 1/4. Today we're going to take what we learned about unit fractions and we're going to apply it to shapes that are divided into equal parts that may be talking about more than one part. Let's go. Pat made a garden into the shape of a rectangle and divided it into 4 equal parts. She planted flowers in 3 of the parts. Draw a picture of what Pat's garden might look like. So, if this was Pat's rectangular garden down here, it says she divided it into 4 equal parts. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide this into 4 equal parts. Now remember, I'm not a computer. I'm trying my best to make them equal. So that's about 4 equal parts. It says she planted flowers on 3 of the parts. So what that means is 3 of our parts got planted with flowers. So I want to color in 3 of these parts with a color. So we're going to pretend there's flowers there, and flowers there. And I'm just going to go back and draw in my red lines so we can see them again. So 1, 2, 3. And I'll trace the outside. So as you can see, we have our boxes colored in red, or divided in red, and then our 3 parts are colored in yellow. So now that we've drawn that picture, we're going to answer a few questions about this picture. Now, you guys are smart, and I know that if you looked at that, you could tell me that there are 1, 2, 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and that 3 of them are colored in yellow. So, if I asked how many of the parts of her garden did she plant plants in, you would know to tell me that 3 out of the 4, or 3/4 of her garden, had plants. What if I said how many don't have plants in them? So this 3/4 right here tells me this one, and this one. But if I asked you what fraction doesn't have plants in it, what would you tell me? Oh, I like that thinking. I can tell that you were thinking, well, Miss Meyer, I can see that this part right here does not have a fraction or anything colored, and that is 1 out of the 4 pieces. So I know that 1/4 of it does not have plants. Well, if 3 out of my 4 do have plants and 1 out of my 4 do not have plants, that means 1, 2, 3 pieces do, and 1 more does not. So altogether, my garden is made up of 4/4 pieces, 4 out of 4. Let's see what that looks like on another page. Let's look at this pan of enchiladas. Oh, now I'm hungry. We're going to talk about enchiladas now. And when we're talking about our enchiladas, we're going to use this picture that you see right here. Mr. Peters served a part of a pan of enchiladas to a friend. What does each part of the whole pan represent? So the first thing I want to check is, are all my squares, are all my parts equal? So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts, and they all look like they're equal, so I know I can have a fraction. A unit fraction, remember, a unit fraction tells me one of the parts, what it would equal. So what would our unit fraction be for this? 1 of the pieces. That's right. It would be 1 out of the 6, or 1/6 pieces. So the whole pan is divided into 6 equal parts, and each part is 1/6 of the whole. 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6. So if I counted them all up, 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4 6, 5 6, 6 6, it would take 6 6 to make the whole. So 1 unit is 1/6. The whole is 6 6. Okay, so if I were counting up how many pieces were still left of the enchilada, I could say there's 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, because I would do 1 6 4 times. Let's try that again. 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6. So I have 4 6 of the pan left. What if I asked how much got eaten? What fraction was eaten? Well, if it was eaten, that means it's gone now. And I can see that there are 2 parts that are gone. And remember, we said like this part was equal to 1 6, and this part was equal to 1 6. So if I ask what got eaten, 1 6, 2 6. So what fraction was eaten? 2 6. Ooh, a quick reminder right here of what we talked about yesterday. The number below the bar is how many parts in the whole, that's my denominator, and the number above the fraction bar is how many of those unit fractions, or how many we're talking about. That's our numerator. All right, geniuses, let's take a quick break, and I want to see if we can practice what we just learned.